Gautam. We are in the which chapter? 8th one?
Yes, Mataji, chapter 8.
Yeah. So first canto, 8th chapter. The most important chapter for which Kunti Maharani's prayers is considered because Kunti Maharani's prayers, because of Kunti Maharani's prayers. Kunti Maharani is considered to be the topmost devotee. All the sages love to sing these prayers. Very important prayers are there in this 8th chapter. Possible, memorize all the shlokas. Should take up some task of memorizing the shlokas also. As Bhakti Vaibhav students, you should know. So prayers by Kunti Maharani, Queen Kunti and Parikshit saved. Sutuvacha athate samparetanam swanam udakamichhadam datum sa Krishna gangayam puraskritya yayu striyah. No, Sutta Goswami says samparetana. Samparetana means now the relatives are dead. Swanam udakam ichhatam. So one has to offer the oblations. Shahada, that is done. Deliver water. One gives water to the dead. In this way they deliver. Sa Krishna went along with Draupadi's. They means Pandavas went along with Draupadi. Where? To Gangayam. On the banks of Ganga. Puraskrityaha Yayuh Striyah. So the ladies, Yayuh Striya, they were walking in front. The ladies walked in front. Pandavas, desiring to deliver water to the dead relatives who had decided, went to the Ganga with Draupadi. Okay, Krishna Priya Mataji, read.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Chapter 8, Prayers by Queen Kunti and Parikshit saved. Suta uvacha atah te samparetanam svanamudakamichhatam dhatum sa Krishna gangayam puraskruchaya sriyaha. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Suta Goswami said, thereafter the Pandavas, desiring to deliver water to the dead relatives who had desired it, went to the Gangas with Draupadi. The ladies walked in front. Purport: the date it is that custom in Hindu society to go to the Ganga or any other sacred river to take bath when death occurs in the family. Each of the family members pours out a pot full of the Ganga water for the departed soul and walks in procession with the ladies in the front. The Pandavas also followed the rules more than 5,000 years ago. Lord Krishna, being a cousin of the Pandavas, was also amongst the family members. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Next. Te niniyodakam sarve. Te niniyodakam sarve. Viplayatcha bhusham punah. Apluta haripadabja rajaputa sarijjale. Te niniyodakam sarve. Te means all of them. Niniya. They offered the oblations, udakam, water, survey, to each and every one of them. So many relatives were dead. Viplaya. So there was a lot of lamentation. Cha, brusham, sufficiently. Punaha, aplutah. This way they took bath. Hari padabjaha. Hari padabjaha raja putah sarita jali. So sarita means Ganga. Ganga is purified because of the dust of the lotus feet of Krishna. So in this way they sanctified themselves. Ganga flows from the lotus feet of Krishna. So naturally, Raja of the lotus feet of Krishna is there in Ganga. So Ganga can never be polluted. Though one may see some algae, some fungus, or some paper, or some flowers. We should understand Ganga can never be polluted. There's a wrong understanding. Ganga Teri Naam. What? Ganga Naam Teri Meli. What was it? Ram Teri Ganga Meli. It's the most wrong concept, most wrong theory. Prabhu's Ram's Ganga can never be Meli. It's our consciousness which is Meli. So Ganga is always pure because Ganga is mixed with the dust of the lotus feet of Krishna. Okay. I'll read the next one also. So jointly Kusum can read. Tatrasinam kurupatim dhritarashtam sahanujam gandharim putra shokartham pratham krishnam cha madhavam. So now Maharaj Yudhishthira Tatra Asinam sat, Kurupatim, the king of the Kurus. So the king of the Kurus sat along with Sahanujam, with his younger brothers. Now, somebody can think Kurupatim Dhritarashtra. No, because along with his younger brothers, that means who? It is now Yudhishthira Maharaj. Saha Anujam. He sat along with his younger brothers, Dhritarashtra, Gandhari, and all of them were Shoka Artam. They were overtaken by the grief of their son's death. Pratham Krishnam cha Madhava. So Pratham, there is Kunti Maharani, Pratham, and also Krishnam, that is Pratham Krishnam. Along with Draupadi, they all sat. All were overcome with grief. And Lord Krishna is also present, Madhava. So why Krishna is addressed as Madhava? Because he's husband of goddess of Lakshmi. So it seems that everything is lost. Everything is lost. When you say husband of goddess of Lakshmi, that means opulence should be there. Yes. Now the opulence is completely given to the Pandavas. Though there is death, lamentation, everything. But the whole kingdom goes to the Pandavas, headed by Yudhishthira Maharaj. Okay. Kusum,
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Text 2. Te niyodakam sarve vilapya cha brasham punaha apluta haripadabja raja puta sarijjale. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Having lamented over them and sufficiently offered Ganges water, they bathed in the Ganges, whose water is sanctified due to being mixed with the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord. Text 3. Tatrasinam kurupatim dhritarashtram sahanujam gandharim putra sokartam pratham krishnam cha madhavaha. Translation. There sat the king of the Kurus, Maharaja Yudhishthira, along with his younger brothers and Dhritarashtra, Gandhari, Kunti, and Draupadi, all overwhelmed with grief. Lord Krishna was also there. Purport: the battle of Kurukshetra was fought between family members, and thus all affected persons were also family members like Maharaja Yudhishthira and brothers Kunti, Draupadi, Subhadra, Dhritarashtra, Gandhari, and her daughters-in-law, etc. All the principal dead bodies were in some way or the other related with each other, and therefore the family grief was combined. Lord Krishna was also one of them as a cousin of the Pandavas and nephew of Kunti, as well as brother of Subhadra, etc. The Lord, therefore, was equally sympathetic towards all of them, and therefore he began to pacify them befittingly. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.
So Lord Krishna is there. He is sympathetic to everyone. And in this, because he is related to both of them. So in this way, he's sitting there, he's pacifying everyone. Santavyayamasa munibhe hata bandhun shucharpitan bhuteshu kalasya gatim darshayanna pratikariyam. So Lord Krishna is pacifying everyone. Santavya. Whatever a person may be, he may be very cruel. But at least when he loses someone, your enemy, somebody may be very cruel to you, very inimical to you. But if he loses someone, immediately you should have daya bhav. The moment you say, oh, very good, wonderful, he was very inimical to me, that is why the Lord gave him punishment. That doesn't suit. When see Krishna, he knows the trust is the cause for all the death. In fact, he goes as a peace messenger, but still Duryodhana and Dhritarashtra did not listen. Even after understanding all this, seeing all these things, consequences also have been seen. But still, Santavya, this word is very important, Santavya, giving, pacifying, very important, pacifying. Even if somebody has done ill to you, if he has lost someone, anyhow, karmic reactions, karmas are there, but you don't have to say that. Never remove somebody's karma. It's a very bad thing. He was like this, no, very good, wonderful. Never remove anyone's karma. Law of karma acts on everyone. The moment we think like that, then what happens? Even the law of karma will act on us. That's why one should be very careful on this law of karma. Never gain the strength on somebody's dukha. Somebody's dukha, don't try to gain the strength. Even though they may have given dukha. This is all we should learn from Bhagavatam. Santavyayam. Santavyayam. And then all the munis also were present. This is the nature of the sages. Sages are paradukhi dukhi. They don't see whether that para is enemy or a friend. Paradukhi dukhi. Hatabandhun. Oh, they have lost their friends and families. Suchar, Pitan. Actually, all were shocked. And just see Kauravas, big loss, 100 sons. Sons, parapautras, pautras, everybody. All shocked and affected. Bhuteshu, everybody were affected. Kalasya, the supreme law of Almighty. Gatim darshayan na pratikriyam. So in this way, they were just pacifying everyone. And anyhow, this is the stringent law of nature. Kalasya, the stringent law of nature. Nobody can escape from the stringent law of nature. What is the best thing one can do? Is only having prayers to Krishna. Oh Lord, pray for everyone. Pray good for everyone. That's the best thing a devotee can do. Okay. Kamalakshi Mataji ji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandot Pranam Mataji. Sandvayamasa Munibir, Tada Bandun Sujapitan, Bhutesha Kalasya Katim, Darshayana Pratikriyam. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Getting the strengthened laws of the Almighty and their reaction upon living beings. Lord Sri Krishna and the Munis began to pacify those who were shocked and affected. The stringent laws of nature under the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead cannot be altered by any living entity. The living entities are eternally under the subjugation of the Almighty Lord. The Lord makes all the laws and orders, and these laws and orders are generally called dharma or religion. No one can create any religious formula. Bona fide religion is to abide by the orders of the Lord. The Lord's orders are clearly declared in the Bhagavad Gita. Everyone should follow him and only or his orders, and that will make all happy, both materially and spiritually. As long as we are in the material world, our duty is to follow the orders of the Lord. And if by the grace of the Lord, we are liberated from the clutches of the material world, then in our liberated stage also we can render transcendent loving service unto the Lord. In our material stage, we can see neither ourselves nor the Lord for want of spiritual vision. But when we are liberated from material affection and are situated in our original spiritual form, we can see both ourselves and the Lord face to face. Mukti means to be reinstated in one's original spiritual states after giving up the material construction of life. Therefore, human life is specifically meant for qualifying ourselves for this spiritual liberty. Unfortunately, under the influence of illusory material energy, we accept the spotlight of only a few years as our permanent existence and thus become illusioned by possessing so-called country, home, land, children, wife, community, wealth, etc., which are false representation created by Maya, illusion. And under the dictation of Maya, we fight with one another to protect these false possessions. By cultivating spiritual knowledge, we can realize that we have nothing to do with all this material paraphernalia. Then at once we become free from material attachment. This clearance of the misgiving of material existence at once takes place by association with the Lord's devotees, who are able to inject the transcendental sound into the depths of the bewildered heart and to make one practically liberated from all lamentation and illusion. That is a summary of the pacifying measures for those affected by the reaction of Shenzhen material laws, exhibited in the forms of birth, death, old age, and disease, which are insoluble factors of material existence. The victims of war, namely the family members of the Gurus, were lamenting the problems of death, and the Lord pacified them on the basis of knowledge. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandot Pranam.
Lord pacified them on the basis of knowledge. There is way of pacification. Even if you try to pacify on the basis of material things, but that is not going to give them complete satisfaction. If you give them knowledge, then they will be pacified. If you also see in many cases, especially in the preaching activity, there are many people who come with a lot of dukkhas. Inya Krishna says also in Bhagavad Gita, Artho Jigyansu Artharthi. Artho means those who are in distress. So only knowledge can relieve their distress. You try to help them. But sometimes it's okay, like there's a blind man. You try to cross him the street, you try to give him a job, you try to give him a food. That's not going to give him ultimate relief. You give him the knowledge, he will get the strength to fight his distress. That is why knowledge is most important. Other all pacifications are only temporary. As much as possible, give knowledge. In our preaching activity, we have seen so many people coming with a lot of distress. Somebody's lost son, somebody's lost husband, somebody's lost wife, somebody's wife has run away, so many miseries, different types of miseries. But when they come, they get the knowledge, they're very happy. Oh, wonderful, wife has gone, very good, wonderful. Because they can understand Krishna is Almighty. He is the ultimate. And anyhow, death is inevitable for everyone. So now 5th verse. Sadhitva jata shatru swamrajyam kita vairhutam घातयित्वा sato राज्ञः कचस्पर्शक्षतायुषः साधयिना आजतः शत्रो राज्यं कितवहि हृतं घातयित्वा अशतः राज्ञा कच स्पर्शः क्षत आयुषः. Now, sadhayitvaha, in this way they executed ajata shatruha. So, one who has no enemy. Next, let us see. Rajyam, his own kingdom. Now, Yudhishthira Maharaj is described here, ajata shatruha, one who has no enemy. And Kitavahi is clever and cunning Duryodhana. What he did, Hritam, he observed. he took over the kingdom of Ajatashatruha, Yudhishthira. Ghatitva. That is how he was killed. Ashataha, unscrupulous. Ragyaha, of the queen's kacha, bunch of hair, sparsha, roughly handled. Shataha, Ayusha. Why his ayu reduced? Because he touched the hairs of Queen Draupadi. Rough handling of the hair of Queen Draupadi was done. That is why Duryodhana and others, they all died. The duration of life increased. One should always have respect for the elders and for the women. The moment you lose the respect for the elders and the women, then the society also degrades. One should always have respect for women. And also women also should know to respect the elders, her husband, family members, everyone. So in this way here, very clearly it has been given. Why all this destruction happened? Just because Draupadi was insulted. Draupadi's hair was touched. That is why everybody's ayu was decreased. Just see, because of one wrong act, all the kingdom, everything was destroyed. Okay. It has been given here very nicely that in the glorious days or before the advent of age Kali, Brahmanas, cows, women, children, old men, they were all given proper protection. They are considered as dhana. Brahmanas are dhana. Cows are dhana. Old people are dhana. Old age people are dhana. Children, they are the property. Women is a property. So old people, why they are property? Because they can share their experiences. They can teach us. That is why elderly people, children, women, they are considered to be the wealth and they need protection. Wealth cannot be kept on the streets. It's very much important when we go to some tirthyatras, there are brahmanas. There are only now few brahmanas left because brahmanas are not given enough protection. We always think about doing some business, going to office, earning 1 lakh, 2 lakhs. But we never think of the brahmanas who are there in the dham. What is the source of income? Some tourists come, then they get something. And now Vrindavan, we had gone 3-4 days back. When the tourists come, immediately the brahmanas come to say something. You should always hear. Tirtha buddhi salilena karichit, na karichit. If you don't like to hear from the brahmanas of the dham, then actually we are like gokharaha, like the donkeys and the cows, the dumb cows. Now here it is said, the brahmanas, they don't have any big job. Their job is to glorify Krishna. So giving them some 50 rupees or 100 rupees, don't be stringent in that. When you go to dham, always carry some notes with you so that we can feed the brahmanas, we can feed the cows, the small children, we can feed them. 5 rupees, or take some lot of biscuit packets. They like to have some biscuits. Just give them some biscuits, feed the children. So in this way, what happens is, you're protecting. If we don't protect the cows and the brahmanas, what will happen? The whole society will be disturbed. There will be nobody to read the scriptures and speak out the scriptures. So that is why here it is very clearly said that protection to these important people, that is brahmanas, cows, women, children and men, are most important. And that was done before Kali Yuga started. Okay. Vimla Mataji, read.
साजीत्वा जातशत्रोः स्वयं राज्यं पितुर्हतम् घातित्वा सतो राज्ञः पचस्पर्शक्षतायुषः. Translation: The clever Duryodhan and his party cunningly usurped the kingdom of Yudhishthira, who had no enemy. By the grace of the Lord, the recovery was executed, and the unscrupulous kings who joined with Duryodhan were killed by him. Others also died, their duration of life having decreased for their rough handling of the hair of Queen Draupadi. Purport. In the glorious days, or before the advent of the age of Kali, the Brahmanas, the cows, the women, the children, and the old men were properly given protection. First, the protection of the Brahmanas maintains the institution of Varna and Ashram, the most scientific culture for attainment of spiritual life. Second, the protection of cows maintains the most miraculous form of food, that is, milk, for maintaining the finer tissues of the brain for understanding higher aims of life. Third, the protection of women maintains the chastity of society by which we can get a good generation for peace, tranquility, and progress of life. Fourth, the protection of children gives the human form of life its best chance to prepare the way of liberty from material bondage. Such protection of children begins from the very day of begetting a child by the purificatory process of Garbhadhan Sanskar, the beginning of pure life. Fifth, the protection of the old men gives them a chance to prepare themselves for better life after death. This complete outlook is based on factors leading to successful humanity as against the civilization of polished cats and dogs. The killing of the above mentioned innocent creatures is totally forbidden because even by insulting them, one loses one's duration of life. In the age of Kali, they are not properly protected, and therefore the duration of life of the present generation has shortened considerably. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is stated that when the women become unchaste for want of proper protection, there are unwanted children called Varna Sankara. To insult a chaste woman means to bring about disaster in the duration of life. Dushashan, a brother of Duryodhan, insulted Draupadi, an ideal chaste lady, and therefore the miscreants died untimely. These are some of the stringent laws of the Lord mentioned above. Hare Krishna.
So we have studied in Bhagavad Gita. If the women are not protected, what will happen? Adharma vibhavat Krishnaha pradushanti kulastriyah strishu dustashu vashneya jayatehe varna sankaraha. If irreligion is predominant, then women will be polluted. If women is polluted, then varna sankara it will come to varna sankara. And if varna sankara is there is nobody to perform any ritual. Sankaro narakayaiva kulagnanam kulasya cha patanti pitaro yesham luptapindodaka kriya. And in this way, the whole society will be ruined. Doshe rete kulagnanam varna sankara karakaihi utsadyante jati dharmaha kuladharmascha shashvata. The whole family will be distressed. So women of the society should be protected. Yajayitva shvamedhaistam tribhiruttama kalpakaihi tadashah pavanam dikshu shatamanyor ivatanot. Yajayitva shvamedhaistam tribhiruttama kalpakaihi tadashah pavanam dikshu shatamanyori bhatanot. No, Lord Krishna, he asked Yudhishthir Maharaj, Ashwamedaha, Tribihi, 3 Ashwamedha yajna to be performed. Kalpakaihi, Tat Yashaha. So he has to perform 3 Ashwamedha yajna. That is horse sacrifice. And in this way, his glories will be known in all directions. Kalpakai, with all proper ingredients, the yajna to be performed, then Yashaha Pavanaha. That means the fame and the virtuous fame will be spread everywhere. Dikshu means in all directions. Shatamanyoho, Indra who performed 100 such sacrifices. So his fame will increase like Indra. Iva Atanut. Atanut means spread. So now Yudhishthir is declared to be the king of the earthly planet, but it has to be known to everybody. Now it is very easy to declare to everyone through WhatsApp, internet. So that time, how it will be declared that now Yudhishthira Maharaj is the king of the whole earthly planet? Ashwamedh Yajna. In Ashwamedh Yajna, the horse is sent everywhere. And if somebody is really challenging the horse, then he has to fight the army of the king. And because the king is very strong, it is proved also. It will be proven also. That the king is strong and strong enough to fight the one who has challenged. And in this way, everybody, without any doubt, will accept the king. So there should not be any doubt whether we should accept or not. Okay, it is declared Yudhishthira Maharaj is the king, but somebody is challenging. Let them challenge. Let them challenge the horse first, and the army also follows the horse. That was the Vedic times. So they used to not force somebody to accept the king. They used to not force someone. But in fact, what they used to do, they used to make them understand that yes, he is the one who has a lot of power. It's something like forcing somebody to accept. And something is like you fight and you accept. So in this way, when they fight, naturally that kingdom also belongs to now this king. And the wealth and the properties automatically comes to Yudhishthira Maharaj. Okay. So Vasandani Prabhu, please read.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thanks for the service. Yajyetva ashvamedhais tama tribhir uttama kalpakai tad yasha pavanam dikshu asattamanyor ivatano. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. Lord Shri Krishna caused 3 well-performed Ashwamedha Yagnas or sacrifices to be conducted by Maharaj Yudhishthir, and thus caused his virtuous fame to be glorified in all directions, like that of Indra, who had performed 100 such sacrifices. Purport. This is something like the preface to the performance of Ashwamedha Yagya by Maharaj Yudhishthir. The comparison of Maharaj Yudhishthir to the King of Heavens is significant. The King of Heaven is thousands and thousands of times greater than Maharaj Yudhishthir in opulence. Yet the fame of Maharaj Yudhishthir was not less. The reason is that Maharaj Yudhishthir was a pure devotee of the Lord, and by his grace only was King Yudhishthir on the level of the King of Heaven, even though he performed only 3 yagyas, whereas the King of Heaven performed hundreds. That is the prerogative of the devotee of the Lord. The Lord is equal to everyone, but a devotee of the Lord is more glorified because he is always in touch with the all great. The sun rays are equally distributed, but still there are some places which are always dark. This is not due to the sun, but to the receptive power. Similarly, those who are 100% devotees of the Lord get the full-fledged mercy of the Lord, which is always equally distributed everywhere. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah. So Lord wants to show to the whole world that he wants to show that how Yudhishthira Maharaj has complete mercy. And this mercy has to be spread. And people have to accept Yudhishthira Maharaj as the ultimate emperor for the whole earthly planet. Amantriha Panduputramscha Shainayodhava Samyutaha Dvaipayana Vipre Pujitai Pratipujitaha Amantriha Panduputranam Cha Sainika आमन्त्र्य पाण्डुपुत्रांश्च शैनैयोद्धव संयुतः द्वैपायनादिभिर्विप्रः पूजितः प्रतिपूजितः नौ आमन्त्रः पाण्डुपुत्राणां च शैनैय. So now here Lord invited the sons of Pandu along with Shainai, that means Atiki, Uddhava. They also accompanied Samyutah, Dvaipayanah Adibihi. Even rishis also came, like Vedvyasa also came. Viprahi, Brahmanas also came, Pujitahi. In this way, he invited the sons of Pandu after having been worshipped by the Brahmanas headed by Srila Vyasadeva. And in this way, Lord Pratipujitaha, he reciprocated everybody. So now, Ashwamedha Yajna, then that means the horse has to go everywhere. Before that, Lord called the sons of Pandu. And in this way, when he called the sons of Pandu, before that, Lord was worshipped by the Brahmanas. That is why even in the temples also, Brahman initiation is given. It's only Brahmanas who can worship the Lord. Why? What is the meaning of Brahmanas? Brahmaniti janati Brahmana. He should have the Brahminical attitude, the cleanliness. Brahmanas are known for the cleanliness. Brahmana is not just by birth. Brahmana is by his quality. He should be very clean. Then he is a Brahmana. And he should not just be clean externally, he should be clean internally also. That is why he should chant. Gayatri mantra is chanted by the Brahmanas. 7 Gayatris are given in ISKCON when the Brahmin initiation happens. So when you have Gayatri, then naturally you are clean, you're spiritually empowered. And here also we can see Lord is worshipped by Brahmanas, headed by Vyasadeva. And Lord reciprocated greetings of everyone. Okay. Okay. Krishna Priya Mataji, read.
आमन्त्र्य पाण्डुपुत्रां स्वा सैन्ययोद्धव संयुतः द्वैपायनादिभिर्विप्रैः पूजिते प्रतिपूजितः. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Lord Sri Krishna then prepared for his departure. He invited the son of Pandu. After having been worshipped by the Brahmanas, headed by Srila Vyasadeva, the Lord also reciprocated greetings. Purport. Apparently, Lord Sri Krishna was a Kshatriya and was not worshipable by the Brahmanas. By the Brahmanas present there, headed by Srila Vyasadeva, all knew him to be the personality of Godhead, and therefore they worshipped him. The Lord reciprocated the greetings just to honor the social order that a Kshatriya is obedient to the orders of the Brahmanas. Although Lord Sri Krishna was always offered the respects due to the Supreme Lord from all responsible quarters, the Lord never deviated from the customary usages between the 4 orders of the society. The Lord purposefully observed all these social customs so that others would follow him in the future. Hare Krishna.
Next, 8th one. Gantum Krutamatirbrahman Dwarakam Ratamastitah Upalebhe Vidavantim Uttaram Bhaya Vibhalam. Gantum Krutamatirbrahman Dwarakam Ratamastitah Upalebhe Vidavantim Uttaram Bhaya Vibhalam. What happens now? The Lord has called everyone. Suddenly, what is his? Now, suddenly he wants to go to Dwarka because he has settled everybody. Yudhishthira Maharaj also he has told to perform Ashwamedha Yajna. Now, Lord is preparing for his departure now. Now, Lord wants to go because everything has been done. Yudhishthira Maharaj has been enthroned, has been throned as a king. Now, Gantim Krutam Atir Brahman. Krutamatir Brahman. Just he was about to start Kutamati, he decided to start. Oh, Brahmana, towards Dwarka. He wanted to start towards Dwarka. Rathamasthitaha. He sat on the Ratha. But then, what did he see? Uttara is running, is coming hurriedly towards him. And she was so afraid. She was so afraid. In fear she comes. And what does she say? Uttarovacha pahi pahi mahayogin deva deva jagatpate nanyam tvad abhayam pashe yatra mrityuh parasparam. Very important shloka to be learned. Everybody should chant this shloka. This is the shloka which Uttara did not pass time like Draupadi. At least Draupadi called everyone. But Uttara, when she saw the danger, she just comes to Krishna. Pai pai ma yogin deva deva jagatpate. Nanyam tadabhayam pashe. Nanyam tad abhayam pashe. Yatra mrityuhu parasparam. I don't see anyone who can give me abhayam. I don't see anyone who can give me abhayam from the clutches of death. And this world is of duality. So duality means there is always fear. There is misery. If there is happiness, there is misery also. Only you can remove me out of this misery. Nanyam tvad abhayam pashe. Pashe means I am not seeing anybody. Nanyam. Abhayam. Tvad abhayam. Tvad means except you, O Krishna. Tvad abhayam pashe. Yatra mrityu parasparam. I am seeing death before me, but I am not afraid. Just because you are there, O Krishna. I don't find anybody except you who can give me fearlessness. This is this important shloka. Pahi pahi mahayogin deva deva jagatpate nanyam tad abhayam pashe. Yatra mrityuh parasparam. Parasparam. Parasparam here refers to the world of duality. There is birth, there is death. So death is inevitable, no doubt. But death is also very fearful. It's only Krishna who can remove us out of this fear. This fearlessness can be given only by Krishna. That has been given. That is how Uttara runs and seeks protection from Krishna. She is seeing the imminent death of her and the son who is there in the womb. That's why she runs. Somebody can ask, why is it that she has so much of desire to leave even after the husband is gone? Abhimanyu is dead. Who is Abhimanyu? Son of Subhadra. Abhimanyu is dead, then wife should not have the desire to leave also. She should go and become Sati. And why is it that she is coming to Krishna for protection? She is coming to Krishna for protection just for her son who is there in the womb. It should be the duty of the mother to protect the child. So that is the only thing. Or she has no hope nor any inclination to survive. She doesn't want to survive. But it is just for the son who is there in the womb, the child in the womb. That is why she is saying, Nanyam tvad abhayam pasya. I am not seeing anybody except you, O Krishna, who can give me abhayam. Now, her in-laws are also there. And great in-law is also there. That is, Kunti Maharani is also there. Great, what do you say? Great mother-in-law. But still she comes to Krishna only. Because she said only Krishna can protect everyone. One who is in danger, everybody is in danger. One who is in danger cannot protect another one from danger. It's only Krishna who can give us fearlessness. Okay. Jumur will read here. Read. Previous ones.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to all devotees. Text 8. Gantum kritamate brahman dwarakam rathamaastitah upalebhe abhi dhavantim uttaram bhayavevala. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. As soon as he seated himself on the chariot to start for Dwarka, he saw Uttara hurrying towards him in fear. Purport. All the members of the family of the Pandavas were completely dependent on the protection of Lord, and therefore the Lord protected all of them in all circumstances. The Lord protects everyone, but one who depends completely upon him is especially looked after by the Lord. The father is more attentive to the little son who is exclusively dependent on the father. Text 9. Uttaravacha Pahi Pahi Mahayogin Deva Deva Jagatpate Nanyam Twadabhayam Pashye Yatra Mrityuh Parasparam. Translation. Uttara said, O Lord of Lords, Lord of the universe, you are the greatest of mystics. Please protect me, for there is no one else who can save me from the clutches of death in this world of duality. Purport. This material world is a world of duality in contrast with the oneness of the absolute realms. The world of duality is composed of matter and spirit, whereas the absolute world is complete spirit without any tinge of the material qualities. In the dual world, everyone is falsely trying to become the master of the world, whereas in the absolute world, the Lord is the absolute Lord, and all others are his absolute servitors. In the world of duality, everyone is envious of all others, and death is inevitable due to the dual existence of matter and spirit. The Lord is the only shelter of fearlessness for the surrendered soul. One cannot save himself from the cruel hands of death in the material world without having surrendered himself at the lotus feet of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Now Uttara has completely surrendered to Krishna and she finds no one can save her from this fear. So last verse for today. Abhi dravati mamisha sarastapta yaso vibhom kamam dahatu mam natha mame garbho nipatyatam abhi dravati mamisha Sharastapta yaso vibho kamam dahatu mam natha mame garbho nipatyetam. O Lord, you are very powerful. Abhi dravati. She runs towards Krishna. Mam, me. Tara is telling, O Lord. Mam. Mam means me. My. Me, sorry. Mam means me. O Lord Ishaha. Sharaha, there is an arrow which is coming, which is very fearful. Taptaha. Ayasaha, this is an iron arrow. O Vibho, you are the great one, you are Isha, you are the controller, you are the most powerful person. Kamam. And this has desire to burn me, Dahatu. So if it wants to burn me, it's no problem. If you so desire, then burn me. But O Natha, O protector, Ma me Garbha. But please protect my child. Nipatyata. Please do not abort my embryo. Just see what's a wonderful Vatsalya Rasa. If you want, O Lord, if you desire, you can burn me. So this fiery arrow is coming towards me to kill me. But if you desire, you can burn me, but somehow you protect my embryo. So that is how she says, you are Isha, you are the controller. So it is very easy for you to control this arrow. You are powerful also. So it is very easy for you to show your prowess by completely protecting my child. So let it not burn, let it not be aborted. So this incident, when it took place after the death of Abhimanyu. Okay. So Gadadhar Prabhu, please read.
Hare Krishna, Dandavad Mataji, all devotees. Text number 10. Abhidravati mamisha sarastaptayaso vibho kamam dadau tamam nata mame garbho vipatyatam. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Oh my Lord, you are all powerful. My Lord, let it on me personally.
Your voice is not heard, Prabhuji. Somebody else's read. Somebody else. Your voice is not coming.
Shall I
Krishna Priya-
continue, Mataji?
Yeah, you read.
Please do not let it burn and abort
Wait. Prabhuji, your voice is not coming properly. Let Krishna Priya read.
embryo.
I think you
Please
can.
do me this favor.
Sure.
Oh my Purport by Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai.
Okay, you continue, Krishna. You read once more.
Okay. Text number 10. Abhidravati mamisha sarastha prayaso vibho kamam dahatu mam nadha mame garbho nipatyatam. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Oh my Lord, you are all powerful. A fairy iron arrow is coming towards me fast. My Lord, let it burn me personally, if you are so desire, but please do not let it burn and abort my embryo. Please do me this favor, my Lord. Purport. This incident took place after the death of Abhimanyu, the husband of Uttara, Abhimanyu's widow. Uttara should have followed the path of her husband, but because she was pregnant and Maharaja Parikshit, a great devotee of the Lord, was lying in embryo, she was responsible for his protection. The mother of a child has a great responsibility in giving all protection to the child, and therefore Uttara was not ashamed to express this frankly before Lord Krishna. Uttara was the daughter of a great king, the wife of a great hero, and student of a great devotee, and later she was the mother of a good king also. She was fortunate in every respect. Hare Krishna.
Okay, stop here.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavad Pranam. I was not audible that time, Mataji.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay, anybody
okay.
has doubt? Anybody has doubt?
Okay.
Yes, Mataji. It is said that Uttara should have followed the path of her husband. That means the custom of sati was justified, right?
Yeah,
By
it
the
is justified.
But
Sati,
why?
system of sati was justified because the lady has to follow the husband. It was justified. But it was not a cruel act. It was not a cruel act. It was voluntary act. It was not that the lady was pushed in the fire. No. That much dedication was there. A lady cannot stay without husband. It was a
But she was not forced.
It was a voluntary
She was
act.
not
Like
forced.
Madhuri went to Sati. But then Kunti had to survive to protect the children.
Achha. Thank you.
But afterwards it took a very cruel face. That is why Sati system was abolished. Okay. Any other doubt? We'll meet on Thursday, 8:30. We'll try to complete till 17th because 18th onwards starts Kunti Maharani prayers. Then we can have the class. Next week I'll let you know which time. Because again, I think Tuesday will be a little difficult for me. Let me see. Okay. Panchakalpatra Vivesha, passing to Devacha, Tanam Pavani Viveshna, Vivena Mama, Vishnu, the Kicheshla.